Pokemon Legends Arceus is Game Freak's first attempt at a more serious Pokemon game. So I decided to ruin that by adding more mods for every area I unlock with the goal of breaking my game. Today I'm going to complete the main story as fast as possible while showing off all the goofy changes along the way. Here's how it went. In this version of the game, it's actually Lily who is sent back in time to aid Hisui. After falling on the shores, I get my phone and head over to meet the professor. However, Laventon hands us something oddly familiar. A Pokeball. Like a normal one. It's kind of funny though because it really works with Lily holding that Pokeball. And even the icons are changed too, that's awesome. In my last Legends video, I chose Rowlet as my starter, so this time I went for Oshawott. It's gonna take me a bit to get over these changed Pokeballs. I don't know why I love them so much. After a quick battle with Volo, I was tasked with heading to the Obsidian Fieldlands to catch a Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Everyone was super impressed, so I went back to the village to flex on Silene, but she handed me my new uniform and she showed me who's boss. Oh, it crashes the game. Turns out Komodo refuses to meet with me unless I dress properly, so after our talk, I took a moment to change back and headed back out to the Fieldlands to start working on my Pokedex, as I will need Star Rank 5 to beat the game. To level up your star rank, you need to complete research tasks, which range from things like catching specific species to defeating Pokemon with specific moves. Since most Pokemon have double research points for catching them, I started my research by grabbing a ton of new Pokemon and defeating a few to complete those as well. My endeavors yield me Star Rank 1, which is also necessary to progress the story and allow control of stronger Pokemon. Additionally, I get the recipe for Heavy Balls, which will be important for more difficult catches later on. And believe me, catches get very difficult later on. I'm told to meet up with Warden Mai, who stomps most of my team, but never mind that because winning this fight unlocks me more of the fieldlands, which means more Pokemon to catch to work on my research level. Mai also mentions she needs help with a bothersome Pokemon. Hold on. Did he break the game? Dude had the zoomies, and I was today years old when I learned you actually can't advance this cutscene until he stops moving. Oh, and did I mention that alpha Pokemon are 5 times size now? He put up a good fight, but little Starly managed to pull through for the victory. Next, I was introduced to the new and improved Adaman and Irida. Don't mind Beauregard, he hates it when other people take the spotlight. Adaman looks sick, with an entire based on Rengoku from the Demon Slayer series. And Irida is sporting a new style closer to that of Misty's. These new reskins are small touches, but every time you see these characters come up, you're just reminded of this cool mod. Rumors of a frenzied noble were making rounds, so I decided I should go investigate. But a beautiful bug caught my eye, so I did some Paris research tasks first. Moving past Tidewater Dam, I caught a few more Pokemon and faced off against Leon at the Grand Tree Arena to prove I was worthy of taking on his noble Pokemon. After his defeat, Cooler Irida showed up and we're left to brainstorm on how to take on the Frenzied Cleaver. We decided on using Laventon's balls, but before my battle, Adaman and Mai wanted to test my flute skills. Joke's on them though, because Lily has already summoned a legendary Pokemon using a flute. And funny enough, she kind of does so again here because it turns out my rideable Weirdeer is now shiny. And not only that, this guy can basically scale vertical walls now. Like, look at this. Weirdeer helps speed up my research greatly, and the extra experience allows me to evolve my Oshawott and Shinx too. I ride on to the Grand Tree Arena where I face down against the first of many strong noble Pokemon. After throwing 624 bombs at Cleaver, I finally calmed the beast. But he didn't like that, so he decided that he was going to become huge and tweak out in the corner. But more importantly, with one noble quelled, we could talk to Silene about... And with Star Rank 2, I got the recipe for Feather Balls and the order to investigate the Crimson Mirelands. But the Pokemon residing there seemed a bit strange. Wait a second. Is everything alpha? Everything is alpha. Man, this is going to be so much more difficult. While they weren't 5 times size, it seemed every single Pokemon was now an alpha Pokemon. And you may not realize it, but this is actually a huge problem as this makes research tasks way more difficult. I stumbled to Selacion Ruins where I faced off against Volo and... What's that sound I just heard? Wait, the trainers have shiny Pokemon? And they're alpha? Yeah, trainer Pokemon are also alpha. And Volo just has a shiny Togepi now too? With Calm Mind and Draining Kiss and an alpha Gibble as well, Volo nearly wiped my entire squad. Next, I was instructed by Caliba to get a wall carving from a group of bandits called the Misfortune Sisters, and boy was I dreading this now. Luckily, Alpha Toxicroak wasn't too bad, so I had the artifact return in record time. Caliba then had another trial for me, facing off against Ursaluna, which strangely enough was the only thing that wasn't an Alpha Pokemon in this area. Huh. This granted me a new ride Pokemon, and you guessed it, oh, it's shiny Ursaluna as well. That is sick. Also, I'm pretty sure this guy's like twice as fast. We are zooming. I used it to find Arezu, who needs our help to quell yet another noble. But I know as soon as that's done, we're going to need to be starring 3. As I mentioned, completing research tasks was way more difficult as Pokemon are harder to catch, way more alert, and constantly trying to kill me. So after I got tired of being tossed around by every species imaginable, I decided to take on the next frenzied noble, Lilligant. This battle was pretty easy, all things considered, but after finishing it, I realized all the Pokemon were gone. Like, no exaggeration, there was literally not a single Pokemon to be found in the Mirelands. I took the opportunity to report back to Kamado, who mentions there have been some strange happenings in the Cobalt coastlands needing investigation. However, I needed to advance my research level first. No. Wait. What? What? Has that always been there? When did that happen? What is that? What? Choosing tasks like catching Stunky and watching them use poison gas, defeating Carnivine with flying moves, and feeding Hippopotas were easier without having to only catch Pokemon while still granting double points. I even checked out his space-time distortion, which was a massive mistake. Finishing with research level 10 on Stantler and Krogunk, I could finally meet up with Silene to be given star rank 3. Unlocking the Cobalt coastlands, but more importantly, unlocking more mods. Also, check out these new Great Balls. I head straight over, but it's quickly evident something is wrong here. Something is very wrong. Huh? What is happening? Where did you find these? I think Irida is gaslighting me. They just literally get to attack like 5 times in a row. I mean, what even? Luckily, you can still progress the story even if you lose this fight. However, not only are all Pokemon alpha now, but all Pokemon spawns are completely randomized. I tried my hand at catching Hisui and Gudra, but I needed to be a bit more realistic with my expectations, so I tried catching Arceus. That obviously didn't work, so I tried some others. Oh, you got the Magneton. Okay, hold on. Please. Nice. Okay, that's good. That's good, right? Maybe? Let's go. Okay, that is a really good one. And after a handful of catches, I figured I should meet up with Paulina at the peak of Veilstone Cape. Wait, what? First of all, Paulina looks completely different, and the Growlithes are like actually stone, like they're glittering. That is sick. Okay, I need to add that to my team. Paulina told me to meet with Iscan, but I decided to grab a few Pokemon on the way and discovered something wild. Wait, what? It's a frenzied noble? No, it's worth a shot. It's got its own icon? What? Iscan requires a Dusclops to use Dark Pulse on some food to get Basculegion, and this is normally pretty easy by heading over to the shores of Deadwood Haunt. However, may I remind you that Pokemon spawns are completely randomized. This means a small step in an easy fetch quest is now one of the most challenging parts of this playthrough. Well, luckily after only 3 full laps of the Cobalt coastlands, I managed to find an Alpha Dusclops. And not only that, it was actually pretty easy to catch, especially considering it was level 46. On my way back, I grabbed a Growlithe of my own and brought Iscan the Stunky he wanted. Wait. Some Pokemon get stolen or something, but that literally does not matter because look at this. Huh? Like, I knew we had frenzied nobles, but I didn't think Avalugg would just be casually at full size. I tried to catch him, but not before this Darkrai had a word. And after some Great Balls, I had my own frenzied Avalugg. This dude is amazing. Oh wait, my game crashed and now all my nobles are no longer frenzied. I chased down the Misfortune sisters to Firespit Island where we face off, but I was not prepared. Clover sent out an alpha quillfish and fainted Growlithe with an energy ball, but not before I inflicted it with a burn. I sent in Dusclops to clean, but forgot that he was over leveled, so he would rather get the shit beat out of him than listen to anything I have to say. Crobat got swept by Ice Shard, and finally Magneton got the kill. But the fun doesn't stop there, as you have to defeat all of the sisters one after another. Luckily, Coins Unknown only took down my Duot, meaning my lame Avalugg could finish the battle. Charm is the last battle, and I managed to take Combee out with Magneton, but it all comes back to this stupid Avalugg who just manages to pull through with an Ice Shard. With the sisters dealt with, I got to see Arcanine evolve, and check this out. Yeah, it's just normal. I don't know if that's my fault or the mod. After throwing more food at another angry ancestor, I quelled my third noble. I head back to the village to report to Komodo, but Adaman needs a hand proving something to a person named Smelly. However, before battling, I decided to evolve my Duot and... And with my new partner, I challenged Adaman. You got wooden Decidueye? Luckily, my team fared pretty well this time, but while I had won the battle, I still hadn't won the war, as I had a lot of research to do before I could move on to the next area. But I'll give you the highlights. I made my way back to the coastlands, and is that Hisuian Electrode? It is Hisuian Electrode, but that's not nearly as strange as what came out of this tree. What? Now, annoyingly, I cut off the bottom here, but what you can't see is this Pokemon's name is actually Egg, and it's level 0. I also couldn't battle it after, and it's glitched all of my Pokemon's health bars. Oh no. After catching a handful of Pokemon and completing their dex entries, I got an idea. If I went back to the Obsidian Fieldlands, the randomized Pokemon there should be a lower level. And sure enough, I was right. Can we take this duo on? Come on, Quilava. Hold the burn. Come on. It's as good as it's gonna get. Please? I'm big chillin'. This allowed me not only to breeze through my research, but also to buff my team up greatly. With my newfound success, I reported back to Silene to get star rank 4 and unlock another area. I hurried over to the Coronet Highlands, but I wasn't expecting this next change. I'm not just getting lucky here. Every Pokemon now shiny? Wait, that's not what shiny Rhyperior looks like. This is kind of crazy. The sound still gets me. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh. So not only is every Pokemon alpha and shiny, it appears some of the Pokemon have new shiny forms as well. Wait, that's not how shiny Magmar looks? That looks sick. After exploring around, I made my way to the ancient quarry where Melly stomped me with his Phione, but I tried again and defeated his Magnezone. Making my way further up the mountain, Emmett then challenged me to a battle. Oh, did I mention Emmett is here instead of Ingo? Once again, I lost to his Gastrodon, Snorunt, and Scizor, but luckily on my second try, his Riolu, and Gardevoir didn't stand a chance. After proving myself, he grants me access to another ride Pokemon, Sneasler. But much like the other ride Pokemon, this Sneasler is shiny and boosted, like look how fast she climbs. And speaking of shinies, check out this new shiny Luxray. I am loving that pink. Like this mod is insane, just look at this. I think I just boosted over there, get the Heights camp so I can heal. Oh my god, there's just so many shinies. Melly wanted a rematch and you guessed it, his Samurott, Leafeon, and Honchkrow crushed me, but then on my second attempt, I take down that same Gliscor, Murkrow, and Gligar. I quickly went back to camp to swap out some of my team members, and then I marched back up Mount Coronet to face off against Electrode, but Melly conveniently left out a crucial detail. Huh? What is this? Is this allowed? What is this game? I guess that's why they call it Legends Arceus. He just does it at the perfect cadence to kill me. Look at him. Oh my god. Look at how smug that freaking unknown looks. It turns out that the noble fights are somehow randomized, and whoever takes the place of Electrode just launched these projectiles the entire time, making this boss virtually impossible. And I say virtually impossible because by running back and forth the entire length of the field, you can get one attack in at a time. And then it randomized to Porygon Z, who just did nothing. I don't know. This boss legit took me like half an hour straight. But with Electrode quelled, I had only one remaining noble, meaning I once again needed to do research. I started off this time in the Crimson Mirelands, mostly defeating lower level Pokemon until I made a groundbreaking discovery. Wait, that's where Regigigas' eyes are? I've been lied to. I thought the 6 things on the side were his eyes. I thought dude just had 6 eyes. And after obtaining this cursed knowledge, I headed to the Obsidian Fieldlands once again, this time just catching everything possible. I was making progress at record pace, so I decided to cash in on some of these research tasks and got 32? No! My game crashed. But every time I reloaded the save, it would crash when I tried to report my research. Ladies and gentlemen, we finally did it. We broke Pokemon Legends Arceus with mods. But I wasn't done yet. So I deleted my save and played through the entire game a second time just to show off the final form of mods I have prepared. After finally making it back and achieving star rank 5, I could unleash all mods I had at my disposal for the Alabaster Icelands, but first Ray wanted to test my skill. Why does he have that? Oh no. Oh yeah, sure. Sure, yeah. At first glance, the Icelands appeared untouched, but believe me, nothing could have prepared me for this final area. Wait, so alphas are back to 5 times size or something? Wait, hold on. Wait, every single Pokemon is now Bidoof. Wait, what was that? That's just the sound of alphas make. Wait, what's up with the text now? There's a completely new font? And it's level 100? I mean, let's just try it. Why not? Wait. Nice. What? What just happened? Nice. What is this, dude? Do I just have 100% catch rate? Nice. And if that wasn't enough, Gayrick wanted me to prove myself in battle. Does he have Bidoof as well? Ceaseless Edge, I guess? Wait, and it's... the Agile style uses kanji now. What are you doing over there? What is it? Where is he going? This is so broken right now. What is even happening? Why do my Pokemon just go over there? I don't understand. I can't even run over there. Well, actually, I lost and made a team of level 100 with barrels, and then I proved myself. But we don't stop at just every Pokemon being level 100 5 times size Alpha Bidoof. No, there's so much more like Madeline from Celeste. Or how about an increased jump height? Wait, Weirdo definitely jumps higher now. Look at that. Look at this. Oh my god, look at that. You ain't never seen a Weirdo do this. However, with great power comes great responsibility. Is there a height that I die from? Oh. What? Yeah, I don't even know anymore. But what I do know is I need to meet Sabi at the top of Snow Peak Temple, which was making me feel a little weird because this was making me feel a little... no. Defeating her Bidoof trio was quite tricky, especially since my Bibarels wouldn't listen to me. But I'll give you the rundown of my 14th attempt. my Bibarel listens for once and takes down Bidoof, but then goes down to recoil. Bibarel then gets some damage on Bidoof, but Bidoof takes out Bibarel. I send in Bibarel, which takes out Bidoof, but gets poisoned. Bidoof then takes out my Bibarel, so I'm forced to send in Bibarel. And with one final hit, Bibarel takes out Bidoof. And after that, I said this, which will age like milk. I find it hard to believe that Braviary is going to be cooler than Weirdear, but first, Braviary wanted me to prove myself against... Oh, wait, what? And then, whoa, zoot. Oh my, Braviary is an actual jet. I take it back. There's definitely something you could do to top Weirdear, and this is it. And with my new personal jet, I made my way to quell the last frenzied noble, Bidoof. I mean Avalugg. But with all the nobles quelled, the world seemed to be in more dismay than ever, and to make matters worse, I was being blamed. I was told to find the guardian Pokemon of the lakes. At Lake Verity, it wasn't Goodra or Bidoof, but Mesprit. And at Lake Acuity, it wasn't Zoroark or Bidoof, but Uxie. And at Lake Valor, it wasn't Zoroark or Azelf, but Bidoof. And with the Three's blessing, I made the red chain and began the arduous journey up Mount Coronet. However, Benny tried to stop me with his ninja techniques. Benny, what have we done? But somehow I prevail and head on to the summit. At the Temple of Sinnoh, I prepared to glimpse a look of a Pokemon from the other side of the rift. Whoa, wait, what? That's so cool! Palkia is Dialga colored. And with one swift Ultra Ball, I had caught it. But our celebration was rudely interrupted by this cursed-looking Dialga. It started doing bad time things, so we left for the base camp to discuss our next move. We landed on crafting the ultimate Pokeball, which might allow us a chance at catching the creature, and after gathering some resources, Laventon presented his best ball, the Master Ball. I ventured back up to the legendary temple on the summit of the mountain, and my new companion managed to hold a candle to the god of time. But it was time for the most difficult battle of the game. Oh, this is tough. And with one final throw of the Master Ball, Lily had saved the land of Hisui. What a sick way to finish.